touch my wife.
I was styling your wife, and I did not touch her butt.
So she's mistaken. You didn't touch her. She's mistaken. You're going to arrest me.
Okay.
And that's,
why are you making it that way?
That's what I'm not going to do.
What?
I'm not going to talk anymore other than tell you I just talked to Dick.
Okay, I don't care who you've spoken to. This is stupid. Like you are creating another problem on top of something that's already going on.
Hey everyone, I want you to listen to this story with me. A pastor in Oklahoma City named Pastor Scobby was said to be arrested after trying to protect his wife. Reports say his wife called him and told him that a trans woman had touched her in a wrong way. This made people very worried. We're going to look at the full video together, but first, I want to welcome you to the channel. For me, this is the only way I can share stories like this. Please help me by pressing the like button. My goal is to reach 1,000 likes on this video so more people can see it. You can also share this video on your social media to help spread the word. Now, let's listen to the video.
Touch my wife.
I was styling your wife, and I did not touch her butt.
So she's mistaken. You didn't touch her. She's mistaken. Is she mistaken? Did you check my wife out, man? Did you check her? No, I'm not. You're a sweet young lady. Yeah. I'm not. Yeah. But did you checked her out, right?
Let's go outside.
And she said to you, I want you to check her out, check me out, and why is he touching me?
Yeah.
Something along those lines, right?
Can we go outside?
Okay.
Can we go outside?
We can, but here's the thing. You can't touch, like, even if you were a woman, you cannot touch another woman's. And here's where my problem is. You are telling me now that you did not touch my wife.
Can we go outside?
Well, nobody else is in here at this point.
We do have customers in the dressing room. Let's just go out. I'll go outside. Come on.
No, I don't want to go outside in the wind and the sun. I just need to know if you touched her as you were trying to style her or whatever. You said she was curvy, right? And then you proceeded to take your hand and go down her.
She was between two sizes in a skirt. She was between two sizes in a skirt.
Okay.
I'm a lead stylist. I'm a manager here, and I've managed multiple White Houses. So I completely understand.
But
I understand that she didn't like that.
But didn't like what? You touching her?
However, I styled her with her skirt. She felt was wrong. So I'm not gonna. So did
you touch?
You know what? I don't recall the situation that well, but if she felt like that was
what though?
If she felt like the interaction back there was uncomfortable for her, then I'm not going to argue with how she felt. It's not
about how she felt. It's not how she felt. It's what she felt.
This is just how I see it, and I know everyone sees things differently. But I feel like the person accused of touching may have really done it. When someone asks to go outside to talk, I understand why the pastor said no. There weren't enough cameras, and cameras are important, so people can see what really happens. If you have to use a lot of confusing words to explain yourself, it makes me think you did something wrong. Things can get messy very fast. I also think the police made it worse because they didn't handle the situation carefully. Let's take a look at the video.
We gotta get out of the store.
Oh, I'm not leaving.
Okay.
Don't about leaving. Respectfully. You're going to arrest me.
Okay.
And that's
why are you making it that way?
That's what I'm not going to do.
What? I'm
not going to talk anymore other than tell you I just talked to Dick.
Okay, I don't care who you've spoken to. This is stupid. Like you are creating another problem on top of something that's already going on.
I'm a correct one. But what happened today?
No, you're creating more problems for yourself.
Man, do you think I care? You want to Google me?
Well, let's get it because we got to go.
Okay, what do we have to go do?
We We've got to exit the store.
I'm not exiting the store before you put me.
I don't know for sure how the person at the store identifies. Maybe as a trans woman, or maybe just someone who likes to dress differently. We've seen things like this before, so it's not new. I'm going to assume the person at the store is a trans woman. Pastor Derek Scobby went up to this person and asked why they touched his wife. The police were called, but when the person was not arrested, Pastor Scobby refused to leave the boutique. The officers then arrested him instead and charged him with trespassing. Pastor Scobby said he was only trying to defend his wife and wanted answers. Now, let's listen to what Pastor Derek Scobby himself has to say.
Good morning. Good morning, Lana. Good morning, Terry.
How are you doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Been a rough weekend.
Yeah, I know it has.
Yeah.
And would you like to share with us, some of the things that you've experienced over the weekend?
So, thank you. And first, let me say thank you to Mr. Kevin Perry. I have never called him and asked would he allow me to come on the open mic show. I called him 45 minutes ago. He said, absolutely, Pastor. So, thank you, Mr. Perry. Thank you, Lana and Terry. So on Saturday, we had a huge distribution at OCCC. I get a call from my wife, and she said, I need your undivided attention. Well, she's never called and said, I need your undivided attention. So I said, okay. So then she proceeds to tell me the story about what happened in Edmond. I said, okay, I'm going to be there. Give me about 20 minutes. I get to this store. She was in the store. She had tried a couple of different things on, and this guy, he comes around the corner and he sees her and he says, you know, that women pay a lot for that. Okay, he's speaking of her butt, just call it the way it is. And then a moment later, he comes behind her. Now, she's dealing with this young lady that works in the store. He comes behind her and he said, you are curvy. And then he proceeded open hand palm and he rubbed her. Speaking to a former DA, my wife described it to him while we were still in the parking lot. So let me share that it is a man. I live by a book that is just say man, woman. I love everybody. I love all the LGBTQIA community. This just happens to be a man who dresses as a woman. That's your choice. It's your choice. But it's a man that's dressed like a woman who has been married 3 times to women and is currently married to a woman. So you are a man that has some desire for women because you're married to one and been married to one. So I wanted to go on record and looking at him, with the nails and all that, then that's how you're dressing, but it's obvious that you're a man. So that is the man who did it. So I get there and I call Chief J.D. Younger, the chief of the Edmond Police Department, who we're friends. I mean, this is what he said before. And so I called him. I told him, I said, hey, this is what happened. He said, yeah, Pastor, go ahead and call this non-emergency number and request somebody to come out. So the officer comes out 15 minutes or so later. We tell him what transpired. We, as in my wife, tells him what transpired. And I'm not here to tell her whole story, but I have to give this backdrop. So he goes inside, he talks to the young lady that's in there and the man that had touched my wife. So I'm on another phone talking to the chief. The guy comes out, the police officer. He says, yeah, I talked to him and we're going to go ahead. We'll do an investigation and go ahead. But he just said, no, I'm not getting ready to arrest him right now. That's just not getting ready to do that. So I'm talking to the Chief Younger. And then this guy's saying that, and then he's pulling off. And somebody said, well, you say he's talking to the former DA. My wife was on the other phone talking to the former DA. I'm on the phone with the chief of police. The other officer is getting ready to pull off, but before he gets in the car, he says, get away from the back of my car. I said, man, there's nothing illegal about being right here. So I'm on the phone with Chief. I said, Chief, is there something illegal about me being 4 or 5 feet from the back? He laughed. He said, no, Pastor, I can't think of anything that's illegal about. So the guy leaves. I'm standing there and I'm feeling defeated. I feel like I'm helpless. I'm looking over at my wife. And my wife, our daughter, is sitting there. And I'm standing there like, what do I do? And anybody that knows me, they know I'm not some weak, jelly-spined guy. But this hurt. People think that you go from whatever to anger. No, the psychologist says you go from whatever happened to you first to hurt. And then it goes to anger. I'm standing here. My wife tells me that I looked up into the sky. She said it was like I was in a trance. And she said she saw my eyes wet. At that point in time, I said to myself, this is how people feel. This is how people feel. Who, there's nobody to advocate for them. And I'm like, I advocate for people daily. And I'm sitting here and I don't have anybody to advocate for me and my wife in this situation. And Terry, I'm looking at my wife and saying, I can't even protect my wife.
All right, everyone, let's talk about this. Pastor Scobby has been released, and both he and his wife, First Lady Scobby, are doing fine. It was sad to see him crying on the radio show because he felt like the police tried to ignore the situation and that his wife didn't get justice. Since this happened, people online have had mixed opinions about how Pastor Scobby handled things at the boutique. But most of the comments I've seen thank him for standing up for his wife, especially since the person who touched her, twice, according to her, was not arrested. On the radio show, Pastor Scobby said the person in the store looked female but had been married to women before and is married to a woman now. I don't know exactly how this person identifies, so I want to be fair and respectful while telling the story. When you have a platform, you need to show some journalistic integrity. I've been vlogging for over 10 years, and I know that if you go off track, your platform won't last. My advice is simple. Keep your hands to yourself. Maybe this person thought women didn't mind, but not everyone feels the same way. Some people say this is only a big deal because the person is a trans woman or someone who dresses differently. But here's the truth. If Lady Scobby felt uncomfortable being touched, she has every right to speak up, and her husband has every right to defend her. I also wonder, if the person at the boutique and Pastor Scobby were of different races, would the outcome have been the same? That's something to think about. Now, I want to hear from you. Get down in the comments and let me know what you think. Don't forget to share this video with family and friends, and please give it a thumbs up. I appreciate all of you who support me. Until next time, take care of yourselves.